Bizarre Brain Comics. Well, hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host. And this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. And this time, I'm going to take a little look at this fun little book. This is Kevin Keller, number 6. From 2013 from Archie Comics. And this was written and drawn by Dan Parent. And this is a variant cover. I don't know what their original covers looked like, but I like this one. And of course it's, oh my, it's George Takei, Kevin Keller. And I love this cover. As George Takei front and center as Sulu from Star Trek. For those who don't know, George Takei played Sulu in Star Trek. And then he's flanked by Kevin Keller, Jughead, Archie, and Veronica, all in Star Trek costumes. But, probably for copyright reasons, maybe, they didn't have the Starfleet Arrowhead insignia on his shirt here, although they do use it on the interior, but not on George Takei. But everyone has an appropriate emblem. Like Archie has the A, the crown for Juggy, Circle K for Kevin, and a $sign for Veronica, as they're all dressed up. And this is fun. And one of the neat things about this particular copy, because I just got this probably less than a year ago, is it is autographed by Dan Parent. Now it would be really cool to also have it autographed by George Takei. That would be really cool. And this is a fun little story. Of course, George Takei is the draw here, because they occasionally have real world people popping up in Archie Comics once in a while. I think they had President Obama, and I don't know remember who else besides real world bands. There must have been others that I just don't know. But it makes it for a fun little book. It's not the best written, real nice artwork, good visual storytelling, but it's just not necessarily the best story. But it's a fun and interesting little story, just because of George Takei. So let's have a look. Have a look here. Go through it, and it starts right off. It says, Kevin Keller in By George. And in school, of course, Riverdale High. There's Kevin. Oh, before we get into it, I forgot I was supposed to give you a little background here. Okay, Kevin Keller, of course, for those who don't know, Kevin Keller is a fictional character appearing in Archie Comics. And he first appeared in Veronica number 202 in 2010. And he is the first openly gay character in Archie Comics. And he had after his first appearance, he had a mini-series, and then an ongoing series, which this is part of, which ran for 15 issues. Now we get a look inside. Kevin Keller. And Dan Parent is a fine artist and a master at the Archie style. Personally, I like for what he's got here. Personally, I would kind of like to see it tightened up just a little bit, but it's not. It doesn't take away from anything. And Kevin and Veronica are close friends, and they're talking. But they've got reports that they have which are due today, and Veronica has forgotten all about it. But Kevin's already got it finished. But she is able to do hers quickly, because in Miss Grundy's class, they're giving their oral reports, and hers is on Kim Kardashian, but Betty is Amelia Earhart, a good one. Archie's is Muhammad Ali. These were supposed to be inspirational characters, inspirational figures in the real world. And of course, Reggie, his favorite is David Hasselhoff. Oh yeah, the Hoff. And then for Jughead is Colonel Sanders, of course. Then Kevin comes up and he does his, and his is on actor George Takei of Star Trek, and he talks about, here we talk about George being born, I think he said in San Francisco, was from Japanese immigrant parents, and how during World War II, when he was little, and they were put in a Japanese American an internment camp during World War II, which, well, we won't get into those, and then how he became an actor, and then eventually became legendary in the cast of the Star Trek TV series. That's fine. And then they're talking afterwards, continuing on, and how he eventually came out as gay, and talks about his husband Brad, etc., and thinks he's a real cool guy. And then he finds out that, Juggy says, George he's at the Smithville Comic Convention here just this weekend. And he goes, what? Because he hadn't heard anything about it. So he decides he gets with Dylan, and they're gonna make a road trip to go to this Comic Con. Oh well, and Jughead tags along, and then Veronica hears about it when they're going to decide that they're going to dress up in costumes, and then Veronica has to get on it, goes, dress up, and she doesn't know, and she knows nothing about it, so about the stuff, but she just wants to go. So then Betty gets in, and Betty says that she posted his report on the online school newspaper. He goes, oh great, thanks. So they're planning on going to the convention to meet George Takei. And George Takei is a nice fellow. I haven't met him, but I've seen him a couple of times at our conventions. It's been many years, and of course he did a wonderful job as Sulu. And personally, I was glad to see him play Captain Sulu in the Undiscovered Country, and I really would love to have seen a Captain Sulu Star Trek movie after Undiscovered Country and before the first Next Gen movie. But that's just me. And unfortunately, to my knowledge, it never had any books. They did do one audio book, which he narrated, of Captain Sulu. I only know of the one. Anyway, we're getting off track. While they're in their hotel room at the convention, and George's husband Brad discovers the posted report online of Kevin Keller's report, and so they just say, while we're going to be close by, we're going to have to go make a trip to Riverdale, a side trip to Riverdale, and see if we can meet this kid and maybe talk. I say, okay, that sounds great. They call up Mr. Weatherby, and say, that'd be perfect. We'll have a school assembly for George to speak. I say, okay, that sounds great. So they're there, but the kids know nothing about it. Here they are, all dressed up. Veronica in a Wonder Woman type costume. Kevin, and this costume looks more like Captain Sprocket, and of course, Jughead as Spock, and Dilton dresses up as a sword-wielding barbarian. And then Big Ethel, she heard about it. She comes. She's dressed as Spock too. Oh, she's got to come along. Much to Jughead's chagrin. Well, she's glomming onto him. So they get to the convention, and they're running a little bit late. And it's like some of this character, I know who she is, but I can't think of who she is. Then there's someone dressed as Mr. Weatherby and Jabba the Hutt over here, and so they're wandering around and find out where George Takei is supposed to be. And that's when, and it just so happens that George and Brad are right there, and they have to get up. It's his time for autographs are done, and now they're going to head to Riverdale. We've got to take off, get to Riverdale so we can spend the night, get us a hotel, and spend the night before we go to the school in the morning. Well, here's Kevin and company's trying to rush over to get, because they're running behind, trying to Spider-Man try to catch George Takei, and they get there and they're too late. Oh, no, he had to leave for another appearance. Oh no, and he's just horrified, and then he's practically in tears, and someone dressed as a big old Tribble taps him on the shoulder and trying to comfort him. So, and Veronica takes a picture, and then they're walking around. They're still enjoying the convention, but he is just so bummed. But in the process, he bumps into a friend of his named Brian, someone who'd met in the first issue, and wow, that's great. So now he's not so bummed, and they hang out all day and have a good time. They're going to get together later. So then, after the convention, it's the next morning, and it's the morning, and they're coming in for class, and they get the announcement of special. Everyone go to the auditorium for a special assembly. So, I wonder what this is all about. So they get there, and Mr. Weatherby pulls it up and is up there to introduction, and he's introducing George Takei. Wow! And this is where he says he's wants to thank Kevin Keller for his report personally, and it gives more of a talk. And so Kevin calls up Kevin. Kevin is just star-studded. Goes up there. He's so nervous, and he stumbles up the stairs. Gets up, and he shaking hands with George Takei, and he can't remember his own name, and stuff like that, and they get pictures taken and all this other stuff. And Kevin is just so happy. And then so later he meets up with Brian, and they go out and they have a good old time, and they're going to a movie, and they said how great it is. It says, let's be thankful for the groundbreakers who paved the way, like George Takei. Oh my! Oh yeah, see, that was cute. It was fun. I enjoyed that. And then it is backed up here with a couple pages of some fashions. Kevin and the girls with some fashions. I don't dig that. That hat sucks. The outfit's okay. The whole outfit sucks. That's fine. That's fine. So that's all I've got for this time with Kevin Keller, number 6 from 2013. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for joining me. And please like, share. Oh, the cat's back. Thank you for joining me. And please like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Are you an Archie Comics fan? And if so, what do you think of Kevin Keller? I don't think I picked up more than maybe 1 or maybe 2 Kevin Keller books before, and of course, and it's the George Takei thing is the whole reason I picked this issue up, and it's fine. I just never got into reading them. I stayed with the regulars, and it didn't last that long. But he's still a recurring character, and you know him from the Riverdale TV show. So, thanks again, and remember, comics are art. Oh my.